Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Yo! Happy Friday, my fellow non-securities. How's everyone doing? What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's avoiding the lizard today. He's inevitable. He's like Thanos. You know, any day he's like, you know what? I feel like making this a security. Boom! He's like Thanos coming out of nowhere. Let's have some fun tonight, guys. It's Friday night. Bitcoin is literally down 0.05% today. Bitcoin did not move an inch. But once again, you saw some of these securities, some of the non-commodities, the securities from Gary Genza, Thanos, just and he's sending these back to the shadow realm. Robinhood delisted Cardano, Matic, and Solana. So you saw those three get absolutely destroyed today. And we're going to have a little bit of a funeral for Cardano and Solana, the so-called Ethereum killers. We're going to have a funeral for those two coins today, as the Ethereum killers eventually get met with Thanos. Maybe Ethereum gets met with Thanos too. But happy Friday, guys. We got the Mike's Hard lemonade in here. We got to have a little Mike's Hard. It's Friday night, man. We got to be enjoying ourselves a little bit. You know, why not? Let's jump on in. Let's have some fun. And let's, you know, should we start with the funeral? No, we shouldn't start with the funeral. Anyway, Bitcoin's still in the same spot. We got a big week next week, so we'll be talking about that. As there is many different catalysts that could impact price coming up next week, because we need a catalyst right now. Crypto needs a freaking catalyst, like, you know, kind of like the callus on my hand. Shout out to Clint. He loves the callus on my hand, man. You gotta have the callus. If you don't have any callus on your hand, are you a man? I don't know if you're a man if you don't have any callus on your hand. If you guys better be going to the gym, working on yourselves, and getting those calluses on your hand. If you don't have a callus on your hand, I need to see one next time I see you. If I ever see you. I don't know if I'm ever gonna see you, but I need to see you. But let's go, man. Let's go.
Strap up.
Let's
We're going to the moon.
Tonight. Big catalyst next week. We know we got the catalyst. coming up next week. Bitcoin was pretty much flat today. XRP once again today testing the highs. Will it break out? Probably not. It's probably going to call me stupid again today. But XRP once again testing the highs, basically laughing at all the other coins getting called securities as they all crumble to the ground. And XRP comes up to the highs and says, I've already done this. I've already done this, bitch. I've already dealt with the freaking lizard. All right. Basically what XRP is doing right now is XRP's back to the highs. Ethereum pretty much just chilling today, doing absolutely nothing again. Kind of at the same level it's been for the last 3 days. And we had, once again, stock markets just continuing to rip to the upside. It's absolutely insane, dude. You got Tesla up another 4% today. Shout out to all the Teslers. Shout out to all the stock market gurus out there, especially my guy Clint. You gotta love Clint on a Friday night, especially when he told me to open the Mike's Hard Lemonade. All right. Anyways, the big story today is, is some of these altcoins dropping. And I'm going to continue to say I am a Bitcoin and ETH maxi, okay? I will play the narratives on altcoins if there's a narrative, XRP, Litecoin. Besides that, I'm a Bitcoin and ETH maxi until I see some type of sign not to be. Anyways, let's do a quick funeral for ADA and Solana. All right, this is not any knock to ADA and Solana holders, but let's have a quick funeral real quick, guys. All right, this goes out to all the ETH killers out there. All right, all the ETH killers out there for Cardano and Solana. You know, JJ in the chat asked me to do a little bit of a funeral today for Cardano, and I had to throw Solana in there as well. For all the fellow ETH killers out in the chat, all right? So, let's do this, and it's going to be a little bit of a throwback here as we got, the ETH killers back in the coffin, and what we'll do here is play a little bit of a throwback video, all right? Here we go, guys. He smells the plant. Look at George in the back. Look at George in the back. Oh, look at him. Look at that. All right, enough of that. All right, that was for JJ. JJ asked me to do a funeral for Ada, all right? I had to do it. Once again, don't get mad at me, okay? I was told I had to do this, okay? And JJ's been in the community for quite a bit, so that's what he asked me to do. I do it today, all right? So, once again, funeral to Solana. Why are we blurry? The hell? There we go. Shout out to Solana and Cardano, man, all right? I'm a little bit sad because I saw Jabba now on this Friday night. We all miss Jabba, okay? I miss Jabba more than you guys. But I gotta figure out some way to get him back on the stream somehow, even if he's not alive. Hey, we need to do something with that. Shout out to Vitalik, by the way. Clint said, F man, I miss Jabba. Me too, man. I actually just almost cried. Guys. Like, it was pretty bad. I actually almost just cried. I saw Jabba. Me and Jamo go way back. He's my brother, and I miss him. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace.
Everybody panic. We're going to zero.
We love Jabba. All right, we all love Jabba. Anyways, Bitcoin ain't doing shit. Let's talk about what we got coming up next week, because really there's not really much else to add that we already talked about for Bitcoin. Just kind of the grueling, sideways, boring period that we talked about for the last couple days. So, sort of say this week's probably going to end up just being a chop fest, a boring week, and it end up just being a freaking ass boring week. And I think this weekend's going to be even worse. Something tells me this weekend is going to be so boring, and just because, dude, this week was boring. So imagine what the weekend's going to look like. I think for this weekend, we end up just chopping in here, most likely up and down in this little range that we've been in the 4-hour time frame. Maybe we get a little bit of a move up, and then it'll move down, right? But the big shit that we were kind of waiting for is coming up next week. And this can hopefully, please, for all our sakes, give us a little bit of volatility and a little bit of volume coming in this market. So next week, we know we got, on June 13th, we know we got the CPI report, all right? So that's a potential big kicker, as the market is expecting a 4.2%. Hold up. Come on, man. 4.1%. The market expects 4.1% CPI. We'll see if it beats it or not, but that is a big kicker on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we got Daddy Pal coming in hot to talk about the next rate hike and what his expectations are for the rest of the year. So we got some big macro shit going on. And then inside of crypto, we got some potential XRP emails. I don't know if there's actually going to be anything, but we got the XRP emails coming up on Tuesday, the Hinman emails. Apparently there's supposed to be something with that. I don't follow the XRP stuff too much. But I am a part of the XRP army now, so I am very invested in this. Just kidding. I'm not very invested. I own a little bit of XRP, and just to say that I'm not part of the XRP army, if we go up, I could party like the USA too, right? But we got that coming up for XRP. XRP is back at the highs. One of the only alts that's kind of performing very well right now, just chilling at the highs. Why is it chilling at the highs? Is it just expectations of next week? Or is there something going on behind the scenes? We'll see, right? This is obviously, I'd be careful on XRP. I wouldn't buy XRP at resistance, right? You want to buy it at support, but still, interesting to see that XRP is back at resistance going into next week when we have this shit going on. If it's going to be anything like it's always been, I wouldn't expect anything, right? The XRP news is always a letdown. Every single time I see, I always see people on Twitter getting pumped for the XRP stuff, right? And it's like, wow, XRP case is going to be solved next week. We are getting emails. Yes, for the 18th time, the XRP case will be settled now. Yes. Oh my freaking God. Listen, this is like the 18th thing that was going to pump XRP. Nothing's going to happen. Get it through your thick skull, all right? XRP will never get settled. They're just going to keep pushing it out, all right? There's no volume in crypto and there's no volume in XRP. Freaking horse guy. Stop getting pumped every time. There's like, oh my God, we have this. There's nothing. Get over it. Right? But like, let's be honest. Most of the time there's this pumped up with XRP. It ends up being a letdown, right? So just keep an eye on that. Maybe something happens. I hope it does, because I'm part of the XRP army now and I want it to pump, right? But most of the time it's a freaking letdown. Anything you get your hopes up with XRP, it's like rip. Trust me. I was a huge XRP maxi in 2020. Not XRP maxi, but I was a big XRP guy in 2020 and I got shattered. And then in 2017, I got shattered too. But that's because I FOMO'd at the highs in 2017. That was kind of different. But in 2020, I got shattered. And since then, it is what it is, right? So hopefully something happens with XRP next week, as we are just chilling at the highs. And then we got Coinbase versus SEC. The SEC has to give Coinbase some type of response. They're asking for some type of response. So I don't know if something comes out with that, but we also have that coming out on by June 14th. So either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. We'll see something with that, or we have to see something with that. So some potential things next week to break us out of what I call a bullish pattern. And this has a 69% chance to break to the upside based off TA. Has a 31% chance to break to the downside. Place your bets, right? My bets, I think we're going to eventually break to the upside. I don't know what's going to cause it, but this is a bullish pattern, and we've seen this price action before for the corn, and especially when you see, right? Just continue to always what I say. Hold on, let me take a sip of the Mike's Hot. Man.
Rant alert.
Damn. I got the Mike's Hard lemonade with no sugar, guys. And damn, you got to try the Mike's Hard with no sugar, right? You don't get the one with sugar. If you care about, somewhat about your appearance, don't get the one with the sugar. The one with the sugar has so much freaking sugar in that thing. Get the one no sugar. It actually tastes better. I'm telling you. I don't normally drink Mike's Hard. I was just kind of craving lemonade. You guys ever, when it starts getting warm out, you start craving lemonade? Let me tell you, lemonade, when it's warm out, is absolutely ridiculous. Let me tell you, man. Anyways, back on topic, because, we like to get off topic, but we get off topic a lot in this channel. I think out of any channel on YouTube, not even just crypto, right? Guys, tell me in the chat, out of any channel on crypto, do we get the most off topic in crypto? I want to hear what you say. Let me know. We easily get the most off topic in crypto. It's not even close. But yeah, so obviously we got the bad news. Binance, Coinbase, we got the dump, but Bitcoin's still holding. And the famous saying always is, if bad news does not dump you, that means that you are bullish, right? I know it sounds wrong. It doesn't really make sense. But when you get bad news and price actually holds, right? And in this case, Coinbase was bad news, and we actually pumped from that news, right? So as long as Bitcoin stays above 25.2, I still remain bullish, and I'm still looking for higher prices. This is the time that I am looking to stack some Bitcoin. If it stays in this range for another month or two, I'm looking to stack more. Same thing with Ethereum. If Ethereum stays above the bull market support band for another month or two, I'm looking to stack more at the lows. Everything else, like I said, to me personally, I'm kind of staying away from everything else because you guys know risk reward. I think Bitcoin pumps more than altcoins right now anyways. So I just think the downside for altcoins is much more than Bitcoin would be. And I think Bitcoin pumps more anyway. So the risk reward right now for me is still stacking Bitcoin and Ethereum mainly. If I see a narrative, I'll hop on the altcoin, right? If I see something like, oh my God, this has this going on, I'll hop in the altcoin, man. But I think it's going to continue to be Bitcoin and ETH season. Mostly, right? So still kind of the same shit going on for Bitcoin, man. Just chopping. Next week, hopefully we get some volatility with this shit coming up next week, right? Let me see. If the coin's dumping, don't go to the dollar. It's going to BTC. Facts, Anderson. That's facts, man. I've always kind of made this actually, no, let's not get into this. Today's not the day to get into this conspiracy theory. I have so many damn conspiracy theories that I want to go over the conspiracy theories that I have, but I don't I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it because now is not the time for these conspiracy theories, man. Let's hold these conspiracy theories till at least later, okay? Shit. We don't want to go down this dark path of conspiracy theory. Well, we won't talk about the Wyckoff today. I still think it's valid. It is still valid. And until we break this previous high, it's still valid. So we're still waiting out for that. Bitcoin's still making higher highs and higher lows. I know the sentiment is bad because altcoins are getting shit on. But once again, the sentiment in crypto should be based off what Bitcoin's doing, not what altcoins are doing. So if Bitcoin's still holding support, you still got to be pretty optimistic for crypto, right? Not alts and not exchanges and not all this other shit that's in the market, right? There's so much shit in this market, man. Exchanges, just shit. You know what I mean? Just shit, man. You know what I mean? There's just so much shit in this market. Focus on Bitcoin, right? Focus your perspective on crypto on the Bitcoin chart. Ignore the altcoin charts. The altcoin charts could look like shit. That doesn't affect Bitcoin. Bitcoin affects the altcoins, but altcoins do not affect Bitcoin. If anything, if altcoins go down and Bitcoin holds, that money's flowing back to Bitcoin. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I think that's a good thing for Bitcoin, at all honesty. But, once again, I'm still looking for this. How does it happen? Who the frick knows? You never know, right? There's always some narrative that happens. Obviously, if Bitcoin starts breaking back below here, looks a little shady. But for now, I think things still look pretty good for the corn. And there's no reason to be too upset and too diehard for right now. But it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good in the hood, Vikings. Vikings, we will hold the line for Bitcoin. I need to give a pump-up speech right now. Okay? Yes, I know altcoins are dumping. Here's the deal. I said this in Discord and I will say it here. We will pump Bitcoin to higher prices. And then when altcoins are ready to pump, the higher we can get Bitcoin. When there is clarity for altcoins, we will pump those altcoins to the moon. But first, we must focus on what is important in this market. And that is focusing on what started the crypto space. And that is Bitcoin. We must get back to the grassroots of crypto. We got too off from the path. We started making 30,000 altcoins. And the bears did not like that. The lizard trolls did not like that. We must go back to what's important in this market, and that is Bitcoin. And flush out these altcoins that don't matter. So let's rejoice. Let's come together and stop being depressed. And let's get Bitcoin where it needs to be. Let's freaking go. Let me see the swords and let me see the shields in this market. And let me know in the chat that you are Bitcoin and ETH maxi or Bitcoin maxi or an alt maxi. Let me see the swords and shields. It's stop time to be depressed. It is time to fight for what is ours, which is the crypto revolution, which started with Bitcoin, not Pepe. All right, I'm going off. I'm going off right now, man. Listen. No, I mean this in all seriousness, man. I mean, sometimes we get caught up in it, man. But we said even before all this shit happened, man, there's too many altcoins. There's too much shit in this market, man. There's too much shit in this market. We need to go back to what matters in this freaking space. How it all started was with this guy right here. Not Cardano. Not Solonzo. Come on, man. We need to do this. We shall fight in the streets at that. Let's go, man. No, in all seriousness, man, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. We need to, I think the crypto space, and I started to realize this the last few months. I just wasn't really talking about it, but I started to realize this. The crypto space started to turn into a little bit of a cesspool. And by cesspool, what do I mean? I mean way too many altcoins, way too many exchanges, way too many shit. Okay? And I think this ultimately will be good for the crypto space. As much as it sucks right now, and as much as it freaking blows right now, I think this will be good for when the market actually wants to go up, right? Like in a full bull market, not one of these little half-ass shits. By the way, guys, I'm trying to load some music, but it ain't working. It ain't working for me in here. I'm trying to load some damn music, man. It's okay. It's okay. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it on this Friday night. But guys, if you can hit up the smack up the like button, we got 450 peeps in here. We got 120 likes. If we can get those likes up to 200, that would be freaking awesome on a Friday night where we're just sitting, drinking some Mike's Hard and talking about what's important in this damn market, man, right? It's time to bring back some energy and talk about what really matters is freaking Bitcoin, man. Let's go. Let's see. Shout out to Revy, man. Shout out to Revy. John said bearish on the likes. Yeah, that's usually how it is. When the market's down, people don't like hit the like button, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'll hold Frog Coin and Gary can't stop me. Have fun, Beth. Have fun, buddy. All right, so that's what we got, man. I mean, a lot of it's the same. A lot of it's just a waiting period for Bitcoin. Here's what I'll talk about this for altcoins, right? And you know, I think altcoin market cap, man, I'm really hoping something happens next week that, okay, all these altcoins are shit in the bed. I'm really hoping there's something next week that causes them to bounce. I'm really hoping there's some narrative that just like something happens where like, I don't freaking know, man. I'm just hoping there's some narrative. Right? But, you know, if I'm just looking at the altcoin market cap chart right now, right? Just looking at the chart, ignoring everything else, all right? I'm just looking at this altcoin market cap chart. Okay, and this is basically altcoin market cap minus stable coins. The way I'm looking at this is kind of this channel. Now, I know this is kind of scary, and I know this is like, oh my God, this this is not the sort of chart that we want to see. But you got this June low here for altcoins, right? And if you just want to look at this logistically, okay, we sort of broke this March low right here, this little March low. Now we still got the weekend. Maybe the weekend can save us. Maybe the weekend we start getting it close. I'm burping up a storm out here, man. Shout out to Friday, man. Let me know what you guys are doing tonight. You guys just chilling? Are you guys drinking some Mike's Hard with me? I heard Anderson slapping the bag of wine. That's what I'm talking about, man. Listen, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. But I'm hoping by the end, I'm hoping there's something next week. I really, really am, man. But at the end of the day, we got this June low that we are currently kind of fighting with right now. We're below it at the moment. And we're also below this March 6th low, right? So we're kind of breaking two key levels on altcoin market cap here. This is altcoin market cap minus stable coins right here. Basically total 3 minus USDT minus USDC, right? So I don't know, man. I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer. But we are getting close to the lows. Now, usually you'd say, buy the freaking blood. You buy that blood. You buy that blood. For me personally, and I'm just being totally honest of what I'm looking at right now. For me personally, I don't really want to catch this falling knife, at least right now. There was a time where some altcoins were holding support and they were looking okay. Right now, you're kind of catching a falling knife, right? And I think one of the biggest rules is not to catch the falling knife. And like, okay, let's look at it like this, right? Maybe we wait, right? We wait till next week, and then something comes out that's bullish, right? Something comes out that's bullish for altcoins, and altcoins gets a little bounce. I'd rather wait for a little bounce and buy like 5 to 10% higher because something bullish comes out for altcoins than kind of catch the falling knife on altcoins. Now, that's just me, right? That's just me. You know, everyone has a different opinion on that. You know, it is what it is. But the way I'm looking at this, right, if we just kind of follow this pattern in here, are we going to see alts come back down here? I don't know. And you guys know me. I'm usually a very, very bullish, right? And yeah, I'd rather wait for something to come out and buy a little bit higher, okay, than be catching a fallen knife in here on the altcoins. And at this point, maybe that's a bottom indicator. Maybe we're going up to the upside. You could say, all right, Jordan doesn't want to buy. Jordan wants nothing to do with altcoins. That's the bottom. Let's go. We're going up. And I hope that's the case. I hope something comes out next week where we're like, bro, let's go. Altcoins to the moon. But, you know, right now, I think I'd rather wait. I'd even rather buy a little bit higher and just get in rather than just be like, okay, this is going to continue all the way back down here. You know, that's just my case. And I'm just going to tell you guys what I think. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I don't want to influence you, right? Because I don't like being called an influencer. I just want to come in here and talk about what I think about the market, all right? And that's kind of how I'm going with the market right now. Altcoins will be judged on individual basis. Only those with promise will survive. I tend to agree, Wayne. After the whole security thing, I tend to agree. I didn't agree. And guys, never call me an influencer, by the way. If I ever hear you guys calling me an influencer, never call me an influencer. I am just a guy who comes and talks about the market and talks to you guys. Okay? I don't want to be an influencer. Okay? I will. You won't see me in the next bull market making the next 100x altcoin video, trying to, you know, that's not what it is. Okay? Please don't ever call me that. I think Anderson called me that in the chat one time. I was like, bro, never call me an influencer, man. Right? Yeah, I'm an influencer. Guys, if you're not buying Bencoin right now, I don't know what the hell you're doing on this planet. All right? If you're not buying Bencoin, who are you? Who the frick are you right now? All right? Gary Gensler cannot stop Bencoin. Bencoin is our community token, and we are going to the moon on Bencoin. So make sure you're getting in on that, because we have the best roadmap in crypto, all right? We are selling my book, we are pushing my channel, and we are going to the moon. No, never call me that, guys. Please don't call me that. Let's see. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge. Probably Fahid. Nice. Ben Coin is a good dude. This is my first Mike's Hard, guys. I'm actually not under the influence. I'm just, I'm passionate what I'm talking about today. This is my first Mike's Hard. I'm literally half through one Mike's Hard. I'm not under the influence. You guys are funny though. Bull market, I'm stacking. Nice, man. Hey, man, listen. I told my piece. I think if you want to stack the altcoins, go ahead, right? By all means, do it. I'm just looking at it from a logical perspective, as in what normally does the best at this time, right? Bitcoin normally performs the best at this time anyways, right? So like, think about this. Normally during this part of the market, we've talked about this a million times. We're not just talking about this now, but Bitcoin performs better before Bitcoin gets to the all-time highs, right? So we've known this. We've talked about this 100 freaking times. When Bitcoin gets up here, that's when altcoins tend to do well, right? But when Bitcoin's down here and Bitcoin's starting to make its way back up there, Bitcoin performs better anyways, historically, right? Because historically, people don't get pumped up for altcoins until people see Bitcoin on the news. Oh, Bitcoin's at all-time highs. And then what happens? Retail comes in and goes, right? We've all been there, right? We've all been there. I was there. You guys were there. We've all been there at the highs. Go, Bitcoin's too expensive for me. I'm not going to buy Bitcoin. I'm going to buy as many altcoins as I can because Bitcoin's at all-time highs. That means the altcoins are going to the moon. They will follow Bitcoin. But before Bitcoin gets to that point, no one gives a shit about the altcoins, man. You know? So like what I'm doing, and this is, I'm just telling you guys what I'm doing. You guys do whatever you want to do, is I'm riding Bitcoin, okay, to these levels up here, okay? And then when Bitcoin gets up here, right, maybe there's something that comes out with altcoins, and maybe altcoins are already moving up, or maybe some news comes out for altcoins when Bitcoin gets up to these points. And then what we can do is flood the money back that we make from Bitcoin on this ride back into altcoins later on. That's what I'm doing. I'm just thinking about it logically, from the most logical perspective, not from an emotional perspective, as I already own this altcoin. I'm not cutting it now. I'm not doing it from an emotional perspective. I'm doing it from a logical perspective. But that's just me. Let's see. George used to drink Johnny Walker on stream. Does he still do it? Last time I watched George, he was drunk. Yes. He does. Like last time I saw that, George was literally on his rocker, and that's when he talked about him and the girl with the daddy issues. I think that's the last time I saw George, was when he was talking about the girl with the daddy issues. Except sometimes I'll just be laying on the bed, right, at night, just watching some videos, and then sometimes he'll autoplay, and I'll wake up to, I am George, we're all George. And I'm like, oh, okay, there's George, nice. There's George. It's nice waking up to George's mouth, you know? And then I turn him off when I want to go to bed. Sometimes that happens. You never know. George price goes down. George drunk as fuck. That's usually pretty true. That's usually pretty true, man. But dude, it's, I know we're kind of a crypto stream, but I do want to start talking about, like, because I've been in stocks for a little bit now. I do want to start talking about stocks a little bit more in the morning streams, and hopefully my eventual plan for the morning streams is to kind of turn the morning stream into like a crypto and stock market stream all in one. Eventually, not yet. But that's my plan eventually for the morning stream. But there's good things going on in the market right now, man. I think the best thing we can take right now, is if you're a crypto fan, is the market is bullish, right? Stock markets are in a bull market, right? The technical definition of a bull market is a 20% rise. The NASDAQ is up 40% from the lows, right? The S&P is up now. Hey, look at today. 24% from the lows, right? So stock markets are in a technical bull market. You can deny that all you want. It is what it is. But there are good things to look at in the market right now, right? So there's a lot of positives, right? I know Bitcoin and crypto are getting a little bit of heat right now. But kind of like I've been saying this like the last few weeks, it's like this is the time you want to be buying assets. It doesn't have to be just crypto. Like you can be buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, S&P, right? Individual stocks, whatever you want to do, man. 2023, based off that little chart. I meant to show that little chart yesterday, man. This is the time you want to be buying assets. And once again, right? You saw this on the news today. Look at the news right now, man. Look at the news, okay? Just look what people are saying right now. And you see this everywhere, right? Just Google right now Bitcoin news or crypto news. This is what you see, okay? Like this guy right here. If you're in crypto, pivot to AI. Okay, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with him. I think being in both is a good thing. I think having some exposure to both is good. But you know, look at this guy. Look at this guy's picture. Like, come on, man. Look at this picture. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're gonna crypto pivot to AI. I think you should have a little exposure to both. Kramer says, I've had it with Coinbase, and don't get me started on Binance. I don't know, man. The inverse Kramers haven't been really working. Like this whole Solana shit with Kramer, dude. Solana and Ada took a massive donkey shit today after he called he said Solana and Cardanzo the other day. So the inverse Kramer did not work very well with that one. Maybe eventually it does. Crypto is dead in America, says longtime Bitcoin bull Chamath Palahapetita. How do you say that? Palahapetita. And then you got, now might be a good time to consider quitting crypto. This is the type of shit you see everywhere. This is always the type of shit that you see, right? It's up here. It's like, oh, crypto starting a new bull market, right? And then it's down here. It's, oh, this is probably the time you should get out of crypto, right? Now, were a lot of those things right on particular altcoins? Yes, right? But once again, we cannot judge crypto off of altcoins, man. That's the biggest mistake of people in this space is judging crypto based off altcoins. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't you do that. Judge it based off Bitcoin, you know. And if you want to, you can judge it based off XRP if you're XRP maxi.
Strap
Come
up.
on, XRP.
We're going to the moon.
Give us something to look at. Come on, XRP. They all FUD for a cheaper entry? Facts. They all want that sub 25K Bitcoin. Will they get it? I don't know, man. They had a chance right here. They had that chance right there to push it lower on the Binance and Coinbase news. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. They all want to buy sub 25K BTC. Will they get it? That's the case. We'll probably, I think we'll find out. I really do think next week is going to be sort of, you know, a move one way or the other here. I really do think that. Something's got to give here. I know we've been saying that for quite a bit, but this is like, dude, this is record low volatility. It's crazy in the crypto right now. The last month has just been bananas, like bananas for Bitcoin. No, nothing. Like I don't even remember the last time we actually looked at the short-term time frame charts and we were like, guys, we got some volatility. Let's get a setup. I think the last time was like when we had this little low right here. We were like, all right, dude, this is a nice long. This is a nice long. This is a nice long. Besides that, it's like, dude, come on, man. Do something. But yeah. Next week we got some catalysts, which is really, really nice. Anderson said, last time I heard crypto was dead so much, I bought a bunch of shit in 3x. There you go, man. There you go. I agree. And that's why on this dip, I've bought in Bitcoin, I've bought in Ethereum. And if we stay down here for a few more months, I will buy more Bitcoin and I will buy more Ethereum. We're just kind of waiting it out. You know what I mean? It's kind of like those things we always try to predict time. You can't predict time, right? You can't predict time. You can look at the potential things that might break you out, but it's so hard to predict time and how long you're going to be in here. it's almost impossible to predict time, right? You can predict, or you can try to predict, educated guess direction. You can guess direction, right? You can guess up or down, but trying to guess time, man, it's tough. that is really, really tough. Really, really tough. The only thing that's like played out for Bitcoin as far as time is the year-long bear market. It usually takes like almost exactly a year for Bitcoin to bottom. That's like the only thing that's been sort of predictable for Bitcoin as far as time. You know? Let's see. Kind of dead though? Yeah. Brian says short everything. I would not blame you if it be... I would not blame you if you'd be short in altcoins right now, man. I would not blame you. Dimitri! What's up, bro? Dimitri, say, bro, can you check out some Ape coin? We could check out Ape. I doubt it's doing much, but we could check it out. It's probably a security. Like, I'm just going to be honest. It's probably a security. You know what I mean? All right. So Ape coin, what do we got? I mean, it's at the low, right? I mean, it's basically at the low, right? You're kind of weekly, the last weekly order block that you have for Ape, it's there. Once again, like for me, and this is just how I'm feeling right now, man. Like you got to make your decision for yourself. Everyone's going to make their own decision here. You can either take a chance, right, that Ape coin is going to hold this weekly low, right? Or you can wait for some strength, all right, and wait for some type of news to jump on into this. You can make your own freaking decision, right? Let me see what you got in here. I actually would prefer for this chart if this one actually broke lower, and then you would have some nice lower lows and higher. Oh, actually. Then you wouldn't have bullish diversion, so that kind of defeats the whole purpose here. Like for me, I'm not trying to catch a falling knife. I am not trying to catch a falling knife. I would rather, and this is just me, I would rather buy on like a 5-10% candle, right, where I have some news that comes out that's bullish, than that kind of like this is completely after Gary kind of attacked all these altcoins, right? I would rather wait for a little like this. I would rather literally FOMO into a little bit of a pump than catch the falling knife. You know what I mean? Because it's just been week after 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 week of red. You know? Now you could take a chance here. You can grow some balls and take a chance. And sometimes I've done that and it works out. And sometimes I've done that and it hasn't worked out. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like, do you think this low is going to hold? You know, I would. It still depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin gets a little bit of a bounce, ApeCoin's going to bounce a little bit, right? But you really got to take your chance in there, you know. And this is not even talking about ApeCoin the coin. This is not even talking about the project. This is talking about just the chart itself. What do you do in this situation? You know. It's totally up to you. Let's see. Let the dust settle. That's what I'm saying. John, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I would rather wait for a little bit of a pump, or wait for some type of news, or wait for something to be buying ApeCoin. That's my take. Right? Catching a fallen knife, which has been like just week after week after week after week of red. It's just not trying to do that at the moment, right? When I it doesn't even make sense. If I think Bitcoin's gonna pump more anyways, why am I gonna be FOMO'd into this shit? You know? That's my take. You can do whatever you want to do, though. It was the guy who says, you can do whatever the you want to do. You can do whatever the you want to do. Who were the dips that were buying the dip? Let's see. Pump to dump, crash, accumulate, and change the system. Yeah. Kip said Polygon tweeting 2, giving me flashbacks of Steady Lads. That's interesting. That's definitely interesting. Cliff said, just read their published financials. Oh, wait, that's not a concept for these security alts. Throw darts instead. Clint, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Like, I know you guys are saying this. You got to understand. I'm up here talking to like a bunch of people, so I have to be a little bit sensitive on what I say. But yeah, I'm trying to say it in the nicest way possible. Like, I'm not really trying to buy this right now, in my personal opinion, right? I would wait for some clarity, something before I even try to go into this, right? I completely agree. Like, that's basically what I'm saying, you know? And like I said, maybe something comes out next week that pushes it up and it's great and we go to the moon. But there's also the chance that this support gives way and there is nothing looking left. There is literally nothing looking left. You know? That's my take, though. This one actually kind of looks like the total 3 chart, which is just like a falling channel like this. Up, down, you know. Wouldn't be surprised if it comes back down to the bottom of the channel in here. To me personally. Let's see. Reno, why are you talking shit about Mitch Ray? Reno's just in here talking shit about Mitch Ray. No, Mitch Ray. Mitch Ray's cool. I used to watch Mitch Ray back in the day. Mitch Ray TA. I used to watch Mitch Ray back in the day. He seems like a cool dude. Let's see. What if clarity is buy the rumor, sell the news? Then we're fucked, Anderson. then all of us who are waiting for clarity, right? Then all of us who are waiting for clarity are effed. You know what I mean? We are absolutely effed. You know. Reno said, "Sorry, bro, I'm grumpy." I understand, man. Listen, I understand. I get that everyone's not in the best mood and stuff like that. I totally get it, right? I mean, yeah, I would say this though, right? Don't take it out on other people, right? I think, you know, that's just, to me, that just kind of shows like, and I'm not calling you out, Reno. I think that just kind of shows a weak person, someone that's basically, you make your own decisions, right? You make your own decisions. The decisions that you make, no matter what, are your personal decisions, and you will never. And this is just kind of my take, right? You will never get where you want to be if you just blame other people for your problems. If you just constantly blaming people for your problems instead of taking it in the ass yourself, okay, and saying, you know what, I made a mistake, right? And I'm gonna be better next time. Instead of, I don't know, blaming, instead of looking at the chart and saying, okay, maybe the chart looked kind of bearish. Maybe it wasn't Gary Gensler who is the reason that alt stumped. Maybe the charts were showing it. Or saying, you know what, this YouTuber, told me to buy this coin, right? To me, that's just kind of being a pussy. I'm just being honest. Because I see that all the time. Never blame things on other people. Blame yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who pressed the buy button. You're the one who pressed the sell button. Unless someone literally had a gun to your head and said, buy this. It was you who did that. And you will never get anywhere in life if you blame other people, right? Or you blame, the news, or you blame this. I was the first one to say, man, when sort of Bitcoin or when altcoins dumped, okay, yeah, I mean, Gary pushed it over the ledge. But at the end of the day, the altcoins were already kind of in a downtrend, right? So at the end of the day, that might have pushed it over the ledge, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Accountability is dead. Thank you, Pelagic. Accountability, thank you. You got to have accountability for your actions, right? At the end of the day, it is what it is. No, Reno, I'm not calling you out. I'm not calling you out. I actually wasn't even talking about you. I was just kind of talking in general. Yeah. Let's see. Mitch Ray is good, but he's been too depressed lately. Yeah, I don't understand why he's been so depressed. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't Mitch Ray trade the stock market? Like, the stock market's been going crazy. Why is he depressed? You know what I mean? I get, like, the people who are holding mostly alts, I get why you might be a little bit down in the dumps. I get that. But if you've been kind of in Bitcoin or Ethereum in the stock market, there's really no reason to be depressed. If that's what you mainly trade, there's no reason to be depressed. Though I know a lot of people were super bearish on the stock market. Don't get me wrong. Some of the most quote unquote smartest people in this space were bearish on the stock market at the lows. You know what I mean? So I get why they might be pissed off, right? But if they're trading, I mean, hypothetically, they should have flipped bullish at some point. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. I don't think this really. The market's at a good spot, man. This I said, like stock market's good, guys. Bitcoin's good. Ethereum's good. You're getting a little flush out on some of the kind of the extra little fluff in the crypto market. I mean, it is what it is. And I think this is going to be another wake up call for people to be holding not just 100% altcoins. You know, everyone comes to that realization at some point. And I think this is another perfect example of that. Is we want to go full risk, full altcoins, 100% of the portfolio, right? But with full risk, with better reward comes with more risk, right? Yes, altcoins go up more when market goes up, but altcoins get destroyed when the market goes down. And eventually, you kind of come to that realization. I've been through that realization. I've actually been through that realization many times. where I think I'm smart and I'm gonna go all in on alts and it just gets trounced, you know. But I think I am officially at that point. No matter, even if some point alts go to the moon, I'm at that point where I will always hold mostly Bitcoin and Ethereum because I've been through it before and I know that I shouldn't just hold all altcoins, 100% of the portfolio, you know. Even if alts like tomorrow for some reason did a 50x and Bitcoin didn't move, I still would not fall for that shit again. I would not fall for that shit. Let's see. Gratitude. Exactly, your mom. Gratitude, man. We're all still here living. We're all still kicking. At the end of the day, it's an investment. It is what it is. We're all still here. We all can still build something tomorrow. We all can still go to sleep tonight. And we always got another day to right the ship. I've made many mistakes. I've gotten wrecked. 90% down on XRP in 2018, but we came back kicking because we accumulated in 2019 and 2020, and we made it back kicking, right? Anyone that might be getting kicked out right now, yes, we make jokes, okay? Yes, we had the Solana and Ada funeral. I do that because I've been through it, right? And I know you guys can come back from it, right? Sometimes you got to kind of joke at it a little bit. You know what I mean? We got to have a little bit of jokes sometimes. It is what it is. If we're just constantly going to sit here and be depressed, it's kind of like, why are we being depressed? You got to have a little fun with life, even when even when it's not going your way. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Let's see. Wayne said, "You're lucky, Jordan. You learned early in life. Many are still swinging for the fences at 50 plus." Yeah. Hey, listen. Some people don't even start investing until they're in their 50s. You got to learn at some point, man. Oh, it's raining. Let's go. It's raining. I'm bullish on the rain.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
I love when it rains. It's such a nice little peaceful sound out here when it rains, man. You know what I mean? Griff. Let's see. Griff said, "Hey, Jordan, what is one mindset you think is important to have on a daily basis?" One mindset? I would say just trying to improve yourself every day. It doesn't have to be like financially. I think there's three aspects of life, right? Sometimes you don't do this every day, right? Don't get me wrong, but I think improving yourself every day, whether it's one, financially, two, health, right? If you can improve your health in some way, that's good. And three, if you can improve your mental state in some way, right? If you can improve yourself in one way every day, just one of those things. It doesn't even have to be financially. I think sometimes people get caught up in the financial aspect, right? When in reality, I think health and mental state are way more important than money, right? Because you will not make wealth if you're not in the right mental state. You know what I mean? And enough people don't put too much on that. So I think exercising is important. I think taking time for yourself every day is important, right? doing what you want to do, right? Whether it's something stupid, whether it's just watching a freaking YouTube video that you enjoy, right? Do something that you want to do every day, and listen to rain. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. DXY bottomed when the new 13-day 800 appeared. The DXY bottom. Yeah, DXY will be interesting next week. There's a lot of news things next week for the DXY, right? Like we get the DXY kind of closed an interesting spot. If we look on the daily, at least, we kind of closed right at that support level right here at the daily. See that? So the M formation. Oh, we got someone getting arrested. Let's go. We got someone getting arrested. But no, we got the M formation here, right? M formation. We came up back tested. Right, so the DXY closed at a very interesting spot going into next week, where it's set up for either a rollover or we kind of go up, depending on what the CPI and FOMC is next week. A lot of catalysts for this bad boy next week, man. Next week is going to be fun as shit. It's going to be fun, man. I hope you're ready for it. I think we're going to get a lot of volatility in all markets. DXY, stock markets, crypto. I think there's going to be a lot of shit going on next week, man, after what's been a pretty boring last month. As we all know, you know. Probably Maya getting arrested for being a walk-in security. A walk-in security? The only thing she's securing is your boy.
Rant alert.
Let's see. Hit the likes. Shout out to Crypto Knight. Thank you for telling people to hit the likes, man. Oh my God, it's freaking bright as shit. I'm orange. I am literally orange. Let's go. Gabrielle said, Bitcoin TA. To be honest, you know, if we want to zoom out, okay, we're in a falling wedge, 69% chance to break to the upside. We just back tested the previous support levels. We're on top of the 200 week. We're on top of the bull market support band, and we're on top of the 50 week, right? So we're at a key support. Short term, I mean, just play the range. Right now, it's just playing the range. I think this. I don't even think we're going to move this weekend. I think there is going to be zero movement this weekend. So get mentally prepared for it. If you're not a trade, I think there's a chance after the end of this week where stock markets were sucking up all the volume, there might be a chance Bitcoin barely moves $300 this weekend. Honestly, there might be a chance Bitcoin doesn't even move this weekend. Seriously, if I had to guess, I just think it goes like this this weekend. But no, I would say in here, and you might see some profit taken this weekend because we do have some big news events, and a lot of times the big players like to take some profits. So just be careful for that, especially on Monday as we kind of get towards the CPI. But really, right now, dude, all I'm doing is I'm taking longs from down here, and if we come back up to 27.5. I will see if I want to take a short from up here, depending on what the price action looks like, right? So shorts here, longs here. That's what the price action been for the last month. I would just keep playing it until then. I mean, we can talk about this indicator and that indicator and, you know, and whatever. I would say we just back tested the bottom of the range. So if I had to guess, right, either we spike down and we come back to the highs, or we sort of test the highs again. But like I said, I don't think we move at all this weekend. I think we're just going to go this weekend and not even move. I don't even think we move. Let's see. Whales accumulating alts, pumping coming. Whales are accumulating altcoins. I don't know. Maybe. This chart doesn't look like a whale's accumulating Cardano. You know, Solana. The ones I actually think are the ones that are interesting to me. And this is kind of the conspiracy theory that I was talking about a little bit this morning, is the non-security tokens, right? The non-security tokens, right? And we've already talked about, it's really right now, basically it stands with Bitcoin is a commodity. Ethereum's up in the air, but they made hints that Ethereum is a commodity. You got Litecoin, you got Doge, you got Ethereum Classic, and I know these are some boring ass names, right? But if you look at it today, it's kind of interesting. The ones that kind of went up today, Doge went up today, Litecoin went up today, right? What else? Ethereum Classic's pretty much flat. XRP's up today, right? XRP is an interesting one because they're already so far through with the SEC. So XRP is another interesting one. But yeah, I mean, there's an interesting narrative where it's like Monero's up today. This interesting narrative is if Bitcoin gets a bounce, do you see the non-security altcoins pump? Interesting, right? And you know, you kind of saw it with Doge. Like Doge got a little spike up today. It came back down, but I don't know. It's interesting. Interesting. We'll see kind of how it plays. But those are kind of the ones that are not yet deemed securities, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Digital Orgy, why do you keep coming in here and just saying Bitcoin's a joke? Like, okay, it's the best performing asset in the last 13 years, but it's a joke. Sure. It's up, 77% year to date. You probably bought the highs. That's why you're a little bit salty, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Rant alert.
It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Let's see. So Pepe is a commodity? Yes. Pepe is the commodity. Very true. No, I don't know what Pepe is. You haven't said anything about Pepe. Drunk Bear said, have they any way expressed how they're suing all these projects? It's an impossible undertaking. I don't think so. I think they're like, these coins are securities and kind of left it at that, right? All these coins probably, all these projects probably are going to get something from the SEC eventually. But all they've said is, this is a security. So it is what it is. Is XRP going to win the lawsuit? Who knows? I wouldn't bet on it anytime soon. I hope so, because I'm part of the XRP army now. But I wouldn't bet on it. If it's been anything like the last 3 years of waiting, I would not bet on it happen anytime soon. I'm hopeful. Based off the chart, I think XRP looks phenomenal. But I think betting on the case being solved or done, I think you're just kind of like getting to the hopium. I hope it does though. Don't get me wrong. I hope it does. It's the daily close, said Hamilton. What do we got in the daily close? The daily close is 46,477. 46,477. So that's what you got on the corn. Another nothing burger day, for the most part, guys. John said, bro, how many effing times do we need to hear that XRP lawsuit is over before it's not going to be over? I think there's still a chance it can go up based on the rumor that it's over, or the rumor that it's over soon, I think that's why the price is moving up right now. It's either basically that or it's got to be over and your insiders are pumping it before the news. You don't know. But if I had to put my left nut, if I had to take my left nut and bet it on the SEC lawsuit being done this year with XRP, I would bet my left nut sack that no would be the answer. I might even bet my right nut sack too. I might even take my right nut sack and say probably not, and then I would just have no nut sack. And yeah, it is what it is. I would have no nut sack, and I would basically, I don't know. I would just kind of be walking around with a penis with no nutsack, which sounds kind of weird. Which sounds kind of weird, but it is what it is. Wayne said, "How many nutsacks do you have?" I mean, I got 2 nutsacks. I think most people got 2 nutsacks, unless there's like some weirdo out in the chat who has 3. Does anyone in the chat have 3 balls? I know that's a possibility. Like, that's an actual thing. Like, someone can have 3 balls. Does someone out there have 3 balls? Oh, Lord. DJ said this time you'll lose a ball. Probably. Who knows? Who knows? It's a guess. You're guessing. You don't know. What? No, you have 2 nuts in 1 sack. It's like there's some chicks out there who have 3 tits. There's guys out there who have three balls. Frank has 4. Lucan has 4. All right, we got. Oh my God, man. What do we got? Is XRP doing anything? That was like kind of the only thing that we're kind of watching. Where's XRP? Yeah, it's pulling back a little bit. It is what it is, man. Only Bitcoin maxis. John said, so bored. Me too, man. Me too. Me too, but we're doing this together, all right? We will go back to these times and remember how bored we were based on how excited we were or how pissed off we will be. We will come back to this time and we will say, man, remember when we were bored? Life was nice. Instead of just being glued like this. Life was nice when we were bored. It was peaceful. We will come back to these times. Yeah, like I said, the only thing that's been keeping me sane is just like kind of like looking at the stock market, man. That's the only thing that's been. If the stock market was doing nothing too, oh my God, it would be like it would just be brutal. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a stream. We've talked about a good amount of shit. I appreciate you guys being here as always. You guys are the absolute studs. Like I said earlier with the Viking. All right, we will get through this. All right, Bitcoin is how you judge crypto, not the alts. I know alts are getting dumped. If you're holding the alts, that sucks. I am sorry. Okay, but do not judge crypto based off of the altcoin charts. If you're gonna be bearish on crypto, have it because you're bearish on Bitcoin, not because you're bearish on Solanzo or Cardano. In the grand scheme of things, those don't mean shit. They don't mean shit. They could disappear tomorrow and Bitcoin would be at the same price. You couldn't say that about Bitcoin. If Bitcoin would disappear tomorrow, everything would be at 0. All right? So judge your opinion on crypto on Bitcoin, not the damn altcoins. All right? Don't be getting depressed because altcoins are dumping. If you are, it's a reality check time. All right? It's a reality check, and eventually you need that reality check. If you're getting depressed because altcoins are dumping. All right? Anyways, I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys on Sunday night. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. Touch some grass. I don't think Bitcoin's going to do anything this weekend. Touch some grass. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your loved ones. Do something positive. Work on something you haven't worked on before. Learn something new. Just ignore it for now. Next week's the big week where we got shit coming up. CPI, FOMC, XRP emails, Coinbase for SEC. Let's get some hype because next week, we're going to need some freaking hype next week, guys. All right, we're going to need all the hype we can freaking get. So I want to make sure you guys are in here next week. All right, later, peace. Have a fantastic weekend, my friends. Later. Okay, you guys want this? Hold on. You guys want the coffin at the end. All right. Here you go. ETH killers. Goodbye. Remember when everyone said that these will kill Ethereum? Well, I remember. Later, guys. We'll have one more funeral for him. Later, guys.